What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Tactical Games 2025 season. We are kicking off our first regional event in Sierra Vista, Arizona. Right now, we are going to be focusing on the women's elite division. It is called Row for Bullets. Last season, we saw something similar. It was Bike for Bullets. So if you remember that stage, this one's going to be similar, but this time they are on the Concept 2 rower. And this is one of just a couple of times that we've ever seen the Concept 2 rower in our programming here with Tactical Games. We are going to focus in on exactly what these women are going to be doing. We'll go over the rules, go over the iteration and how it's going to run, and then we're actually going to be able to catch up with Greg Hammond. He is with Concept 2, so we'll also have him on the microphone. The ladies are about to get started, so I'll turn the mic around, or the camera around, and we will do some quick intros so we know who is who where. Lane number 1, Blair Drum, finished 3rd at Nationals last season. Jennifer Grasimos, here on your screen. Kalarina Woodard and Jordan Sessions. And the ladies are getting started. So they will be able to earn a minimum of 3 calories on the rower, a maximum of 10 calories on the rower per iteration. And for each calorie earned, that will earn them a bullet on the firing line. They will alternate between rifle and pistol. For each good rifle shot, they will earn 2 points, which is going to be a 320-yard target. And then for their pistol, it'll be 1 point per shot and those little targets that we had from last year. How many calories did Blair get on the first
10
round? She got all 10. So the maximum number of calories.
All right, come on.
So Blair will have 10 shots here. She was the first to the firing line, joined with all 3 of our other female competitors in the elite division. So for all of the rifle shots, they will be in that prone position. And Blair is going to be your first athlete back to her rower. We're going to get Greg involved now. Greg, great to see you.
Good to see you too.
You watched the men's elite here. We'll come over by Blair. You watched the men's elite before this heat. Were you surprised by any strategies or any paces that the men held?
Yeah, it was looking at how they did. You have to do either 3 calories, between a minimum of 3, maximum of 10. So I figured most of them would be doing 10 calories, and some of the times I saw, at least as far as like calories per hour, there didn't see anybody go below 2,000, and they were up as high as maybe 2,400. It was really impressive, really impressive. Even just loading the magazines with heart rates like that is very impressive.
What is the difference? Because we mostly see you in the CrossFit space. This is a very different stimulus that athletes are going to get because grip fatigue plays a part in it. When you're rowing, we know from doing any work on the rig that that's going to be a big factor. How do they need to incorporate that into maybe their strategy when they're doing something like this?
Especially with the rower, I saw some people's technique. They were over gripping, and I think after 10 rounds of over gripping at that kind of calories per hour pace would definitely blow the forearms up, which would also affect their loading of magazines and also even just their stability, I would think. Everyone still shot amazing, considering, but I would think working on technique so they can have a looser grip on the rower might be beneficial.
And Blair is the first athlete. This will be round number 3 for her. Her first 2 rounds, she did the maximum amount of calories to earn bullets. So she did 10 on the first, 10 on the second. I wouldn't be surprised if she continues with that strategy. So if the athletes earn 10 calories per round, they will do a total of 5 times at the firing line with the rifle and 5 at the firing line with the pistol. So when we look at other Concept 2 machines, you know, we've seen the C2. That's probably my favorite machine to use because your effort doesn't always need to be so crazy. But with something like the rower, it's hard to chill on there.
Well, in this case, I mean, they're trying to get their heart rates up by giving them this kind of a task, which is, I would think that the bike would probably be the easiest thing considering it's such upper body dominant when they're actually shooting. Yeah, all of them I think are going to be taxing just because of their heart rates that are coming off the machines at.
Blair on your screen. We'll make our way down to some of our other women. Jen here in the all black. If they have earned 10 bullets per round, they would all be in their 3rd round right now.
Hey, wrong target.
Now on your screen, but Jordan Sessions close behind Blair, who's also back to her rower.
What's even more impressive too is that they'll go out rounds 1 through 5 and they've got amazing paces. And you'd think that they would start to slow down at the later rounds, but most everyone I've seen has the cardiovascular fitness to just keep it up through all 10 rounds. Very impressive.
And what would you owe that to? Doing long sessions on the rower or on a bike, a lot of zone 2 work, or what would really prepare you for something like that?
Technique, zone 2, spending a long time on the machine is going to help technique, which is going to make you more efficient. But in this case, for this event, it's going to be, high intensity interval. It's just going to get used to being comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's the big thing. But you need zone 2 in there just to get your technique down. You can obviously tell in this elite group who spends a lot of time on machines and who doesn't.
So Jordan's pistol targets right now, they look almost entirely clean, and they might be clean. So depending how big your screen is for where you're watching this, some of those shots are right on the edge or really close to the edge of those squares. If you turn the paper around and push your thumb through, that's where you'll actually be able to see if it is on the target or not. So that's something that she'll probably focus on when she's done competing today or done competing with this stage today and moving on to her next one to see if she was in fact able to get a clean run. So let's go over now to Blair's target and we'll see what her shots look like. So that's just 3 yards away for each pistol. They just earn 1 point. For rifle at that 320 yards, they will earn 2 points. So the rifle is going to be at a premium.
Clear.
So Blair is clear. If we look at her paper, even though she's moving a bit faster than Jordan, who we just looked at before this, Jordan's pistol is cleaner than Blair's. So we'll see how that plays out in their final scores on the leaderboard. one to get through all 100 rounds. So 50 pistol, 50 rifle. There is a 13-minute time cap. If there is any time remaining after they make it through all of their shots at the firing line, they can earn additional points, 1 calorie per point with any time remaining. So Blair will be halfway through after this iteration of her pistol. We'll take a look at some of our other. So this one is Jennifer's. So you can see she got better as she went. In that second column, a little bit cleaner than the first. And the cool thing about this is the athletes, this is Kalarina's lane. You can choose to go straight across, you can choose up and down. There's not a standard on which order you need to shoot those. So far, at least with the pistol, Jordan has the cleanest target and has essentially earned the most points based on her pistol performance. But we will have to wait until scoring to find total times or total points rather, especially with the rifle shots, those being worth 2, that even if you're better with the pistol, the long range or the rifle shots are going to play almost a bigger determining factor on where these women will rank on the leaderboard. We should have just a few minutes left. What is our time check right now?
About 2 minutes.
About 2 minutes left. From the previous heat, the men's elite heat, Kyle Martin was the only athlete to earn extra time on that rower. So Blair has 3 rounds left, 1 rifle, 2 with her pistol.
Come on. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Come on. Rifle right here. Come on, Jen. Let's go.
Jen with 4 rounds at the firing line left. And Jordan on her last firing sequence with the rifle. So I think she might have passed Blair.
Let's go,
And just about a minute left.
We got a minute. Get those calories.
Blair and Jordan getting back to their rower at about the same time. You can even see with Jordan's technique here, really using that upper body, not a ton of leg drive, but really trying to pull with those lats, pull with those arms. And if you can see Blair's technique, she is trying to really drive with her legs. So 2 very different techniques that these women are using to get it done. Blair will get to her bullets just before Jordan, hustling to the firing line. Blair will drop down in the prone position with her rifle. Jordan just trying to get anything in. And that will be time. For the first stage for the women's elite division. Jordan.
Hi.
I'm gonna clip this on you real quick.
Okay.
Your pistol,
Yeah.
almost clean. It might actually be
Don't look at this last.
just about
Really
clean.
bad.
Well, the last you had like 2 seconds left. What was going through your head as you were just looking at the targets and going for it?
I was just trying to get to that last turn at pistol. Pistol was pretty good, so I was trying. I didn't quite make it, but I felt pretty good on pistol. So I don't know what happened with rifle, but we'll figure that out. But
What has been the biggest focus this season and it being the first regional event?
the focus is just to kind of restart the year, like set some goals. I know it's not going to be perfect, but just get all the kinks out and know what to work on, know what to practice on. So yeah, it's been fun.
How did the grip fatigue play into this, going from the rowing machine to, then having to shoot?
Yeah, I knew that was going to factor in a little bit, so I really, really tried to just drive with my legs and just know that like my legs are going to die a little bit more, but when I get here, my arms will be a little bit more saved. Yeah, you can't avoid it. I was like, your grip does wear out, but you can mitigate it by doing more leg drive.
Well, great work. It's always good to see you out here. Congratulations.
Thank
We'll see you on the leaderboard.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, and then quickly, Greg, right before we leave, any takeaways from watching the women's elite division?
Oh, it's super impressive. I mean, I knew these guys are crazy fit, but this is not just elite shooters, but elite athletes as well. So you combine the two, and it's what a skill set. It's amazing.
When are you going to throw your hat in the ring?
We were just talking about that. Hopefully this season. I mean, this is, we were just talking about how we're so used to looking at CrossFit events and how we tie our machines into that. This is a whole new world. Ideas are already spinning of how can we make it exciting for the athletes and the spectators, and can we do something like we did at the games where we start cabling the machines, jumbotroning stuff, things like that. This is really fun. This is a great new sport for us.
Great. Well, Greg, it's great to see you. Greg Concept 2, Greg Hammond. He'll be here all weekend long. We have a couple more heats and divisions that will take on this event today, and then whichever competitors do not get to the rowing machine and earning those bullets on the rower today, they will kick off with it tomorrow. Make sure you continue to follow us on Instagram. That's where we will have shorter clips of these versions, but then follow us, subscribe on our YouTube channel. It helps the sport grow, it helps the page grow. Send this to a friend, and maybe this will pique your interest to join into one of our regional events. We have several of them throughout the season all over the country, and for the first time ever, we are going abroad in Poland later this season. We hope to see you guys later.